Hello and welcome to the Sherlock Holmes The Devil's Daughter episode 2. Episode 2 हो सो तुम्ही जर इफ सपोज तुम्ही एपिसोड 1 पळोवत ना जाल्यार प्लीज एपिसोड 1 पळयात आनी ह्या व्हिडिओचेर येयात. एपिसोड 1ची लिंक हांव डिस्क्रिप्शनात दितलो, सो तुम्ही तो एपिसोड पळोवन येया नाजाल्यार तुमकां स्टोरी कांयच कळपाना मजा येयल म्हणून. स्टोरी सारकी एक नंबर बेस्ट आसा, बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट. ओके, तर दिस इज गोवन माफिया आनी तुमी पळयतात गोवन माफिया गेम प्लेस. चला आमी आतां स्टोरी कंटिन्यू करया. आमची स्टोरी तुमकां पळया तुमी मागीर कळटलें. जालें कितें तें एकले एक भुरगो आसलो, तेगे बापूय 3 वीक जाली ना, सो तो शेर्लॉक होम्सा कडेन येयल्लो ताका विचारपा आपल्या बापूय ना म्हणून. तो तेणी सांगलें ताका वयचे पयलू की आपूण एक स्पेशल जॉबा वयता म्हणून, बट 3 वीक जाले तो घराच येयलो ना. सो आनी क्लूज आनी आमकां कितें कितें मेळ्ळा तें आमी सगळें फर्स्ट एपिसोडांत तुमकां सगळें मेळटलें. सो जे जाग्यार आमी गेम सोडलेली थंयसर आमी पावले आतां. थंयसर कितें करपा आसलें, पे विजीट टू लॉर्ड मार्श यंग स्टूड. वय आतां आमी लॉर्ड मार्शाकी घरा कडेन वचपाचें. ओके, लॉर्ड मार्श हावस. स्टोरी सारकी बरी. फस्टूच केस आनी मागीर केसी आसा खंय ती मातशें रेडी केल्लें की आनी केसीस खूब आसा, सो आमी थोडी थोडी करून सगळें कंप्लीट करतले.
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
हांव हेंच म्हणटालो की काल फर्स्ट एपिसोडाक म्हणटालो की शेर्लॉक होम्साचें चेडूं ना म्हणून. हें वयच बोर्ड रावता मेकल.
Let's get inside.
The Sherlock Holmes The Devil's Daughter. ते कोणाचें चेडूं तें पळोवपा जाय. कम इन प्लीज. ओके, कितें आसलें मरे.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
हां, आमी त्या कॅरेक्टरा हें करपाचो. हो लॉर्ड मार्श, तेका वोदू पयलो तेणें तो तेगे कॅरेक्टर. दोळी कितें जालें तेका जालें. रेड आयज फील अनवेल, लॅक ऑफ स्लीप. ना बरो ना तो, विजिटर अशी बसल्या. एक गॅस करया आमी. स्टेथोस्कोप फिजिशियन वो तेगे डॉक्टर, पर्सनल डॉक्टर है कितें. एम्ब्रॉयडर्ड मेंबर ऑफ हंटिंग क्लब. ओके, वो तेगे डॉक्टर कसली बिना. लॉर्ड मार्श पर्सनल असिस्टंट. कुकिंग रेसिपी आसपाना. पर्सनल असिस्टंट आसतलो. Kevin's painkiller. Strong painkiller though. It's a strong painkiller, man. Blanket. He is ill. He is hiding something. Marketer this now. He is maybe ill. Gold ring. Man of wealth. Posh. Posh. थोडे पयशे आमकां बी दे मरे, आमी बरी बरी गेमी घेता. Ruben Fisher is a young man of 25 and already a confident physician. He is well educated, mannered, and a member of a hunting club. His clothes indicates that he is financially wealthy. Ruben Fisher is not only a physician, he is also Lord Marsh's personal assistant. Lord Marsh is a wealthy man who holds a high position in society, indicated by his expensive clothes and valuable gold ring. He has dedicated his life to helping the poor. He is ill. Therefore, he is covered with a blanket despite the fact that it is Quite warm inside in the okay, there is a open package of powerful painkillers on Lord Marsh table. तो painkiller kita baba very strong. Am I interrupting?
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
I recognize your face.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I
What
do
the hell?
occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it?
First episode.
Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes, but also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Marsh disease.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
It is only influenza. Drawing coat of arms, address, painkiller missing. Painkiller से ऐसा तो influenza म्हणता, but painkiller strong असं तो.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
Oh, medical confidentiality. कर पाचे. Step. Lord Marsh stated that he adopted disguise in order to offer position of work to London's poor folk. Stated he adopted a disguise in order to offer position. वो तो ते का आम्ही जेने फॉलो करताल पळय तो बारीक भुरगे जावन आम्ही फॉलो करताल तो फर्स्ट एपिसोडान तेका आम्ही फॉलो केल्लो तोच तो डॉक्टर फिशर. सो आतां पे विजिट म्हणल्यार क्लोज होता आसतलें.
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
बरं. सर कितें हा?
Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
My dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this god-forsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life.
सर कितें हा? टी. Some paper. Documents with seal. Dear Lord Marsh, here is the list of selected participants for the special education program in October. It looks to be a very promising event. I am looking forward to it. Patrick Tanner, Thomas Kelly, John Strovich, William Thatcher. अंडरलाइन कर म्हणून सांगला कोणावर भाई Patrick Tanner, Thomas Kelly, John Strobich, William Thatcher in Oh, what to do? John Strobich.
John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster.
तेगेले हमको थे मैं तो.
I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I
Okay,
stand firm
confidential
on that
motto.
point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
झाले आन्सर काम झाले. B. तो आन्सर डिडक्शन्स करता. ओके किती हा स्पेशल एज्युकेशन प्रोग्राम आणि हा स्पेशल जॉब. ओके सारखे हा कनेक्टेड नॉट कनेक्टेड नो कनेक्शन आसपास आहे. जो स्पेशल लॉर्ड मार्च स्पेशल एज्युकेशन प्रोग्राम आर समवाव कनेक्टेड. हय मिसिंग आणि फर्स्ट जॉब ना रिफ्यूज कोणता काय जायना काय जायना नथिंग. सो आम्ही आणखी सोदपा न्ही पळोवया कितें आसता तें.
A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel. Lord Marsh even helps hospitals.
सगळ्या पावत म्हणतो जेवण.
I've never seen so many provisions for the poor, and certainly not in a lord's house. It's shut tight. Aid for the paupers of Lambeth Workhouse.
पळोवया कितें आसता तेजे रूमान एक्सप्लोर करया.
It's closed.
क्लोज्ड
Locked.
लॉक. सो जाले आन्सर कितें उरला कितें उरला.
Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. It's
सगळ्या लागून
extremely honourable to devote one's whole life to assisting the poor.
काय ना किसान आमकां आतां इन 1889 Lord Marsh co-founded a special education program for the lower classes. It could be that the George has mentioned something about his son Tom. So list of names of participants on the पयले Lord Marsh close friends पयले तेगे चेड्या जॉर्ज हस म्हूण तो मिसींग आसा. तेणी आपल्या चेड्या कितें विचारलें काय म्हणून विचारपाचें. सो आमकां तेगे घरा कडेन वचपा पडलें. कोणा तें हस्ट हावस. ओहो बाबू चेडयेचा चेडवाक जावताला नंबर मागताला. बाबू चेडयेचा ओहो बाबू चेडयेचा. अरे तो भाऊ तू कितें सांगलें रे तुगे पापान. तुम्हारे डैडी ने तुम्हें कुछ बताया था क्या?
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful.
त्या बॉक्सा पळोवपाक आसा आतां. पळय कितें आसता तें. की आसा एक. हें कितें?
This oil can also be used on weapons.
On weapons. कसलं सिम्बॉल आहे मला
Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge.
इथे पेज
A ramrod to clean a rifle. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle.
I hope you'll find my father soon.
हाँ bucket thick liquid oil
This
Basket
scrap of
though.
cloth was used to oil a firearm.
म्हणजे छोटे रायफल असा
Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the
Ah,
oil.
Toby.
We'll find
the
that
doggy.
rifle.
I'm the doggy. The firearms with patching rifle. Fetch Toby from 221B Baker Street and go to the Hearst house and find out where George Hearst might have hidden the rifle. Okay. To Baker Street. चल आता मी ते डॉगी घेऊन या टोबी टोबी त्याचे नाव टोबी ला ला ना 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 वॉटसन
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
अरे हेल्प करे हमरे टोबी आमचा बँग सरा
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep.
उठला ओके
Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
tab I'm famous March face the dog and go to the Hearst house find out where George Hearst might have hidden his rifle hidden the rifle Hearst house पोया आता आम्ही वास काढपाचो रायफलाचो टोबी घेऊन येता आम्ही आणि पोया आम्ही खंय मेळटा आमकां रायफल त्याचे किधर मिलेगा हमको राइफल चाहिए हमको ढूंढना है उस राइफल को हो ला ला ना ना ना
Search, Toby. Search.
हाँ म्हटलं आम्ही आता आम्ही टोबी झालंय अबे ब्लू कलर की हाँ म्युझिक भी बरी घातलं मला अशा स्पर्श अबे वास लागते का अरे बाहेर धाव रे टोबी आम्हीच झाले आता आम्हीच टोबी झालेच टोबीच झाले टोबीच झाले हो रे अशी वाट सांगेली तुझी तर करे वासे ना सॉरी सॉरी टोबी मैं तुम्हें दौड़ा कर थका एक ही जा रही पहुंच जा रही सॉरी तो या आंसरेल नवास आगे तरह सा
It's only a garden shed. Let's go on.
गार्डन शेड काय ना तर आंसर या तर आणि हंसपा मेट्ट पोया असं किती असा एक रोड असं झाला काय ना हमको घुमा दिया उसने वहाँ से जाना हाँ वैसे जा 그래 안기대 아 왜 안기더라
What's in there?
कुछ होगा आम्ही शायलॉक झाला था ती किती आमकां ती बॉक्सान मेळ्ळी सगळं अपडेट करपा पडटा मातशें तकली चलोवपा पडटा नाजाल्यार कशें जातलें आतां ती की मेळ्ळी म्हणल्यार बऱ्या पडना याद उरली म्हणून खंय मेळ्ळी ती ओ इतू कितें आसा
People use this cellar for storage.
स्टोरेज जस्ट स्टोरेज हांगसर कांय ना
It's not here.
इट्स नॉट हियर
Old things.
ऑल थिंग्स खंय आसता तर कितें रे तो रायफल
Ordinary storage.
परत स्टोरेज कितले व्हडले की स्टोरेज म्हण सगळें कितें आसा
Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside.
Let's try to get inside. अरे use the correct lockpick to lift the lock plates and create an unobstructed path for the hidden pin. Oh, lock काडपाचें हें कितें आसा काय करूं ना जस्ट डबल क्लिक केलं 2 फावटी ओपन झाले इजी था रे भिडो Dear Tom, if you are reading this letter, then it means that I am dead. I am so sorry that things had to end up this way, but I had no other choice. You have to know that. You are a very smart boy and I am so proud of you. I hope one day you will understand and you will forgive me. Son, I love you so much. Don't despair. Try to be happy now, for you will grow up to be a man someday, and sooner than you think. You won't be alone. Me and your mom study will be looking over you from heaven. Oh.
News clippings on lords in the education program. Why are they here?
Stay connected. Asa Lord March necessarily with the Friends of Lord Renton and Lord Collins. He's the co-founder of Special Education Program in assisting the poor the build better.
Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier.
Okay. Compare कर
This is the list of selected participants for October's Special Education Program.
Okay.
According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents.
म्हटल्यार हांगसर नांवां आसती आमी मेजॉरिटी करपाची खूब पेजीस आसा पॅट्रिक टॅनर थॉमस कॅली जॉन स्ट्रॉबिच विलियम थॅचर इनोजन ट्रेप डॅनियल जोन्स ना जॉन स्ट्रॉबिच
This man appears in both documents.
Okay, 17th October. आणि कोण हा पॅट्रिक टॅनर आणि वर्बिन हा रेजिनल स्टेपल आणि कोण हा चालेल सॉरी थॉमस केली वेर विलियम टॅचर आणि कोण थॉमस केली
All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files.
Maybe तो तेरे वजह सबूत इकट्ठे कर रहा था maybe मुझे मालूम नहीं लेकिन मैं बता रहा हूँ आप लोगों को her special job newspaper article Aina farewell if you special job किथे George Hurst knew that he stood no chance for returning from his special job. Therefore, he wrote a farewell letter to Tom. George Hurst wrote farewell letter, but he didn't give it to him. There is a chance that then he could not देखा तो मेरा देखो बर्तन ने last chance. कौन किधर बोला newspaper newspaper article missing refused China refused आनी काय ना आनी क्लू काय ना आमचे कडेन सद्या आनी कितें आसा पळोवपाचें वॉकल मॅप
A map of Epping Forest.
एपिंग फॉरेस्ट सो कितें आहा letters dear Georgia I do understand you and it is so hard same as you I can't find a job not even a smallest thing my children have nothing to eat when I try to find anything the bosses just say they don't want wounded people working around wounded people our military service means nothing our country used us in a war but now it has abandoned us nobody cares your friend Jack what I get a friend तो गेलो फ्रेंड तो बीन तेका बीन जॉब नासलो काय वोंडेड आसलेस तो ऑर्डर बाय हर रॉयल मॅजेस्टी क्वीन विक्टोरिया ऑफ युनायटेड किंगडम ऑफ ग्रेट ब्रिटन एंड आयरलैंड आई फ्रेडरिक रसेल मेजर ऑफ ब्रिटिश आर्मी डिक्लेयर द कंट्री एक्सटेंडेड इट्स ग्रेटिट्यूड टू जॉर्ज हर्स्ट एन ऑनरेबल सोल्जर ऑफ यूनाइटेड किंगडम ऑफ ग्रेट ब्रिटन आयरलैंड मिलिट्री सर्विस दिस conduct medal and retired him due to the injuries रिटायर केल्लो एक गुळीशी मारे बुलेट
This case must have been full of cartridges.
ओ बुलेट बुलेट कितना
There was something on the stand.
समथिंग ओ पै शार्लॉक होम्स का आपल्या ब्रेन यूज करतो इमॅजिनेशन टेलर हेल्प यू टू रिलीज ऑब्जेक्ट इव्हेंट युजफुल लिमिटेड हांगा रायफल असलेले ते कळ्ळें रायफल असले म्हणून कळटें का हां हांवें क्लिक केला केलें मरे
There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him.
रायफल असलेले तो घेऊन गेलो बी खंय रे क्लू मागचो स्पेशल ऑर्डर न्यूजपेपर आर्टिकल मिसिंग वुंड चायना क्वारंटाइन क्लब मिसिंग पेपराचे असते ते सगळे मिसिंग आसा ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट ऑफ द एस ग्रुप फ्रॉम द स्पेशल एड्युकेशन प्रोग्राम कूड बी मिसिंग कितें जाता आत्तां हांगसर डिडक्शन करता डिडक्शन्स म्हणल्यार केस सॉल्व करता वायलंस जॉर्ज special job is undoubtedly associated with violence if he took his rifle with him तो रायफल घेऊन गेल्लो सो म्हळ्यार थंय कितें तरी जावपा आसलेलें George Hurst was interested in special education program but nothing more. George Hurst collected information about Roberts and the Lord involved in the special हय तेचे फुडें तेजे कडेन मॅप आसलेलो तेजे कडेन सगळी न्यूजपेपराचे आर्टिकल तेणें दवरलेली म्हणल्यार तो इन्फॉर्मेशन एकठी करतालो तेजे बद्दल म्हाका तर तशें दिसता बिकॉज नाजाल्यार तो सगळी इन्फॉर्मेशन दवरपाची गरज नासलेली पेपर आसले तेजे कडेन न्यूजपेपरा आर्टिकल आसलेले ते लिस्ट जालेले कोण कोण मिसींग आसता तेजे कडेन सो इन्फॉर्मेशन विदाउट एनी डाउट George Hurst knew about some of the people who had gone missing from the special education program हय तेका खबर आसलेलें कोण कोण थोडी मिसींग आसा म्हणून अशें म्हाका दिसता म्हाका खबर ना केस खंय पावतली सो हांगसर कितें आहा करपा लायला इन्वेस्टिगेट डिसअपियरन्स हो एक क्लू उरला हांगसर कितें आहा म्हणटा क्लू मिलिटरी बॅच बुक्स सर्च आर्कायव म्हणल्यार एकदां बी येतलो म्हाका कितें उरला एक उरलेलो स्नेक इनटू मार्श हावस स्नेक इनटू लॉर्ड मार्श हावस एंड अनकवर एडिशनल इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट द स्पेशल एड्युकेशन प्रोग्राम ओके सो आमी थंयसर लॉर्ड मार्शागे घरा कडेन परत वचपाचें फिर से जाने को पडेगा रे आमको पूण ह्या म्हाका पयलीं आर्कायव करपा जाय आसलेलें बट आमी पयलू आमकां सांगलें तें करया स्नीक इन टू लॉर्ड मार्श हावस एंड फायंड अबाउट इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट स्पेशल एड्युकेशन प्रोग्राम मार्श हावस हा मी तेव्हा एकेकाकडे वैसे पडलं का आवाज जाते. मी तेव्हा मेरे को बहुत भूख लगी है रे. मेरे को बहुत भूख लगी है. आई एम वेरी हंग्री. अरे क्या करता.
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom.
तो लिपोनच पाजो. आणि वो लिपोनच पाजो आणि तो डॉक्टर म्हणून रोल प्ले करतो. म्हणून असं ते की झाला हे झाला ते झाला विचारतलो पळय हा शुअर. तर तिने तसं सांगला. इट विल बी लाईक दॅट ओनली. धाव मरे शेलो कितें धावना. खंयच्यान बसपा आतां आमी विंडोतल्यान.
The window is firmly shut.
विंडो इज फर्मली शट. खंय फाटल्या दारांतल्यान तें बदल बंद आसलें. अरे देवा यूज करेक्ट लोक म्हाका कितें करपाचें खबर ना. जालें वचना. रिमूव लेफ्ट क्लिक कन्फर्म. ओके रिमूव. सकयल देवया टू घालया. हे लोकां म्हाका स्टायल कांय समजकच ना. हांव कितें करता म्हाका खबर ना तें. सो येलो.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see
Send
Lord
a quiddo.
Marsh, if you please.
কি করবা রে? আরে Sherlock.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
अरे तेणे दवरपा जायना आमकां.
How can
कितें
I
आसतलो
help
न्हू.
you?
कितें क्लू आसतलो.
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
कितें करपा
What
आसतलें. Open your
I would
minds,
very much
Mafia.
like to see Lord
Open your
Marsh,
eyes.
if you please.
Mind no eyes. Where is your dead eyes? कहीं अशे एबे कितना. Okay.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please
I
not?
have to
तो
visit
गेला
Lord
ओळख
Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please allow Dr. Watson to enter.
हाँ
Good job, Watson.
आता मी अबे राइफल कितली हांग सुरू. कितली राइफल ना. टी पेंटिंग hanging fingerprints. Oh.
Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Well, since you put it that way, very well.
Very
Shall
well.
I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
तो गेलो. आणि आम्ही हांगा सेफ काडपाची न्हू. येन मरचे ऑप्शन आता.
Mr. Holmes?
Ah, तो
are you
आहे
doing
रूम
here?
तो आहे रूम You have been caught. अरे 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 अरे.
Will you break anything else?
आणि
I'll
किती
try
राहता
my
पासतले
best.
आणि किती लिप्पा आसतले किती आसतले. त्या रूमा किती आसतले आमी सोदपा जाय तो येवचे पयलू. वो ते टेबल दिसता आनी ते किती राहा. तो लिपलो. तो लिपलो. देखील राहा किती वॉट्सन आलो. आणि Sherlock न्हिदलो आसा. लिपलो आसा. गेलो. Yes. थंय वचपाचें पूण पयलीं आमी हांगा कितें आसलें पळोवया. ते सेफ क्रॅक करपा आसता तेमी आतां. हें कितें हांगा. काय ना बुकान आन्सर कितें आहा. Dear Lord Marsh, thanks to the special education program, my life has been changed completely. I didn't know how to thank you, so I picked you this flower. Thank you. कोणता खबर ना. कोण आसलो. इनका लेटर. Dear Lord Collins, it is clear to me that we could learn a great many things about running the empire from those who we trample underfoot. These same people who believe destitute and starving in the shadow of your own cities at home or abroad. Lord March. It is clear to me that we could learn great many things about running empire from those who we trample underfoot. म्हणजे हे आपले राज करपाक सोदता थंयसर हो स्पेशल एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम ते दिता बट on this day and by my estimation the special education program has saved over 200 individuals from the gutter and elevated them to help form and support a critical foundation of our prosperous empire. This is largely thanks to the wisdom and foresight of Lord March, who is a most progressive and wise politician. He has carried out a great deal of working in the field while चल हम ती क्रैक करिया किसकर पास देखो या rotate a safe dial and locate the area of clear sound feedback from the confirm correct safe connection. A to rotate, D to rotate left. कैसा नंबर confirm आवाज टक टक जाता हाँ दोन फट झाला अबे कळटा रेड कलर कळटा हो ओके कन्फर्म परत टक टक जाता ते लायट आसता ते रेड कलर आसता ते जर तर मोठा आवाज जालो जाल्यार ती कन्फर्म म्हणपाची बँक बिल उडपावची अस करून केळीचे खंय रे टक जालें ना ना खरं आवाज येत ना अबे जर तर तुम्ही इयरफोन लावून पळयता जाल्यार कळटलें तुमकां कितली मायन्यूट आवाज येता तो खंय रे आवाज तो अबे वो कंफर्म नेक्स्ट टक 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 अबे फाटल्यान कर दो अबे ओ ओके ओपन जाले सक्सेसफुली कित्या भितर पयशा मरे दिवपा मेळना आय एम सो एडमायर ऑल ऑफ दीस पर्पस कितें म्हणटा रे स्पेलिंग कितें वर्ड they seem to be such a breath of fresh air communicating with them in such a pleasure and they are so smart not like us perhaps it is they who should have been lords and are simple commerce Lord Harrington
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
I saw dear Lord March on November 7th our meeting starts at Cranston Oak. I have attached a map to this letter so that you may find place easily. मीटिंग चालू हा कवर टॅब ओके सर्च आर्कायव करपा लायला आमकां दोन कस्टम हो मॅपाचें आनी हें बीन आसा मिलिटरी बॅच पळोवपा जाय सो आमगे हांगसर काम म्हाका आवडना मेक इन टू लॉर्ड मार्च हावस एंड फायंड आउट मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट अ स्पेशल एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम सो ते कंप्लीट जालां मागीर हांवें कितें उरलें आसता न्हू काय ना भायर सरपाचें
I have to finish my search of the office.
अजून उरला असं तर काहीच ना अबे किधर ला
Lord Marsh is a keen hunter.
इन हंटर तो सुबी इलेंका क्लूस इले invitation काय है ना इन्वर्टर तो जाने Lord Marsh and his friends are skillful and experienced hunter सारखे I'm sure की त्या सगळे हंटरच फोटो वाचून आसा सो आतां आमी आमचें जालें आसतलें कंप्लीट सो आतां आमकां आर्कायव सर्च करपाक वचपाक जाय टॅप कर आनी शेर्लॉक होम्साची घरा कडेन चल 221 बेकर
I have
स्ट्रीट
to finish my search of the
उरला
office.
कितें उरला हांकां कितें आहा
I can hide here.
हांकां गाडी यार और क्या बचा है आशा आसपास दिसता
I'd suggest
just
that
like
your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
कल पॉइंट मारता रे तेणी ते गेले खरा असं त्या करता किती दिला त्या लोकांक किती उडयले तेणे किती काळटे गेले
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must
आता
remind you
याद
about your
दवरपाची
meeting.
जेन्ना अशें कितें
Is it
जाता तेन्ना
already
रेड
time?
कलर येता
My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You're going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
हां जेन्ना तें हें जाता कितें जाता स्लो मोशन जाता पळय न्ही तेन्ना रेड कलर कितें तरी येता तेजेर क्लिक करपाकूच जाय तेन्ना तो कितें ना कितें हें करतलो ला 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 सो आमी पावले कितें करपा म्हणलां आमकां परफॉर्म एनालिसीस खंयचेर लॉर्ड मार्च कोण तो लेस तुमचो लेस हँकरचीफ हँकरचीफ हो मॅप हा मॅपाचें आनी हें बीन उरला मिलिटरी बॅच पयलीं पळोवया आमी आर्कायव आमच्या हांगसर आसा
Holmes, come here. This is serious.
पळय कित्याक
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill.
हां
Let's study it more
Let's
closely.
study it more closely. कितें करपाचें सेट फोकस
Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope.
मायक्रोस्कोप खंय आसा
I need to take a sample of it using the glass rod.
क्लास रोड हो न्हू क्लास रोड हवा तेणें ब्लडाचें मातशें हें काडलें तेणी आनी तेणें हेजेर घातलें कावंटराचो कलर कितें म्हणटात तेका कळ्ळें तुमकां न्हू कितें तें म्हाका याद ना 10th आसतना शिकलें मरे हो
Let us
काडपानी
apply chemicals to cut this.
केमिकल उरला वीच केमिकल SC अल्कोहोल मिथेन ब्लू कार्बन फॉस्फिन अल्कोहोल घालया
Need a pipette.
पिपेट ओके पिपेट हें घालया तर आतां
This chemical should be applied third.
थर्ड
This chemical should be applied second.
घर आहे फर्स्ट. ओके हे घालूया. सेकंड असं ते मध्ये किती रे हां सेकंड. तो धूपा भी नका तो बुडवल्या आता. ये क्या है इससे कैसे होगा रे भाऊ. थर्ड
Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope.
एवर पाछे मायक्रोस्कोप घालपाचे. ओके आता कितें करूं. Examine the stain. It looks unusual element. खंय सोदपाचें. हे कोण आसा रे भाऊ.
Mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill.
खरं बंद करन पडलो सामको.
Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
It is thrilling.
So, तें जालें आमच्या आर्काइव उरल्या सॉल्व करपाचें. Let's go to the archive. कितने मिलिट्री बैच वॉल्स चेक जीसूट एनसाइक्लोपीडिया के भीतर नात है. नेक्स्ट न्यूज़पेपर अपडेट नात है आसपास ईयर का जलना. सो आमकां मिलिट्री बैच केमिस्ट पॉइजन टॉक्सिन वुड्स मार्क्स एंड सिंबल्स ना बैचेस मेडल दे मिलिट्री बैच तो मिल लिया. काय रे तू वो चेक कर.
Here it is.
Examine gunstock. Map fragment आमका मॅप खंयसा रिसर्चा भितर न्हू एनसायक्लोपीडिया भितर मॅप आसपा जाय रे. Construct oak been pointed on the map that was attached to Lord Marsh's invitation. मॅपाचो मॅप खंयसा जरा. Art and architecture. It was attached to Lord Marsh's invitation. किधर है तू किधर. History. No. Economics and technologies, botany, art and architecture. ना रे Instagram फिर ना रे. So कोई म्हटले रिसर्च ना रे. तुम्ही तर आसपास आहे नी एनसायक्लोपीडिया म्हणल्यार तितून आसपास आहे चड करून. आर्ट मेडिसिन कशें आसतलें. बॉटनी 100 legendary English oaks. ओके ओक जालें. या माने वाचलें इतलो टायम लागलो म्हाका पुरो जालें.
Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map.
Oh, so यहाँ पे साले
My archive.
कशी करपाचें इन्वेस्टिगेट डिसअपियरन्स मॅपाचें वचपा आसतलें मॅप पयलें न्हू
Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map.
अरे देवा वो मॅप सर्च करपाचो खंय जावं एक रस्तो अशें रावन हे सर्कल सोदपाचें आनी हे मार्क हें दिल्लें हांवें वो सारको आसा सो आमकां वो सिंबल जाय कितें तरी आसतलें खंय तरी आसतलें खंय तो काय मॅप कांयच पळोवपाचें ना बिकॉज हे मॅप पळयलें तूं कांय कळपा ना रस्ते पळयले हे सिंबल दिस सिंबलाचे व्हरून दिस सिंबल टच करया कितर है रे तू भाऊ ए इधर देखो ये सिंबल मातशें मॅच खातचें मे बी वो सर्कला मॅच लायल्यार
Here it is.
जाता
Drat. I
अरे
need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
जेन्ना तुमकां कसले प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करपाक कळना जाल्यार प्रॉब्लम यू शुड डिवायड द प्रॉब्लम
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
shocked complexity reasonable lost करिया किल करूं reasonable बेस्ट करता
Caitlin, you know that Wiggins hasn't had the most fortunate life.
That only makes him more interesting.
Oh,
बेस्ट के लिए
I'll leave you alone now.
बेस्ट के तरह माखो बनाने कितने invitation map एक झाले So George knew about the meeting between the Lord Marsh and his companies. He took the place in Epping Forest. So finally, go to Epping Forest. Lord Marsh and his companies entered the forest that was indicated on George's map to hold meeting. So आम्ही आत वचपाचे खंय ते फॉरेस्टान मे बी तो फर्स्ट आमकां सीन मेळ्ळो तो ताका जावपाक शकतलो find out what's going on in the Epping Forest. It is located where the Lord Marsh has planned the meeting. Where? Epping Forest. Okay. Oh yeah. पहिले वो सॉस सीन मागे लागलं पाठी वो तो सीन एक गुई लागली मरते का रकती मला सगळे सगळे रकत लागले पाड्या
Let's see how long you can stay
सापाचो
alive.
दावरीच्या लोक तो पाठी लागला कोण तर मारता म्हाका ए कोण खंय मारता आवयस म्हाज्या चुकोवपा दिसता खंयच्यान तापा तेच काड म्हाका अरे तो लागीं पावता मरे आवय देवा 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 हें आनी कितें ट्रॅप तो ट्रॅप धांव शालक धांव तो मारतलो चुकली एक गोल चुकली आतां म्हाका कळटा बाबा आय एम व्हेरी क्विक लर्नर कळ्ळें न्हू तूं चुकता चूज इधर पार्ट स्की मार किक हॉर्नी हेवी ट्रेन बॉल्ड अशें जावया अशें किक मारलो ठीक आहे म्हाका वचपाक मेळनालें ओके इट्स फायन आमी अशी अर्ज अर्दी मोरन कंप्लीट करया आमी मोरन कंप्लीट करतले आम्ही मरण कंप्लीट करतले की आम्ही हे फर्स्ट मिशन मरण कंप्लीट करतले सो आमचे कोण मागतले मात्र बाबा धाव रे चलो अरे लागल ते परत मला पाया टक 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 धाव 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 आता आम्ही तोरस परत घेऊ पाना आम्ही लेफ्ट कसं म्हणतो आता आम्ही लेफ्ट साईडच्या असताना आम्ही स्ट्रेट झाले थॉर्नेट बुशीस बाउल्डर हॅव्हिंग ऑबस्ट्रक्टेड म्हणून बरयलें असते मस्त झाले कित्याक टी शर्टच्या उदक गेले हांव मेलो रॅबीट म्हणटा तूं शर्लॉक होम्साचो अरे हो शर्लॉक होम्स तो रावता आनी वाट तूं एक गोळी चुकयली दोन गोळ्यो चुकयल्यो शर्लॉक कितें जार तूं कवर घेवपा मेळटा बट कवर घेवन तो लागीं पावता वा come on you can do it Sherlock हमको भागना है हमको तुम दबा के भागना है क्या है fairy path rare bushes descent blocked by trees so हम ऐसा करते descent pakai mana Kau tahu ini gue nak kena
Where is he?
Kau tahu mana Kau tahu
He was poor. This man was killed recently. The body is still warm.
Find him, boys! Find him! Here you are!
Nah, अरे ये क्या होता है हमको कुछ मालूम नहीं पड़ रहा अरे हम किसी गोली मारूं तो चलो जीता मरे मास्टर ऐसा तिरक मारता परत लागल मरे तो Paulo अरे ये पजे दाव अरे लागलं डिफिकल्ट जावपा लागलं मरे smell of a swamp matted weeds a rock slide big stone so आम्ही राईट साईडच्यान वयतले म्हाका दिसता बिग स्टोन हां वचपाक मेळटा जालो सेम पार्ट्यान वचपाक रे सेम पार्ट्यान आमी बोंडी जाले आमकां कळटा सेम पार्ट्यान वचपाचें बिग स्टोन म्हणून बरयलें आसलें थंय तें वाचूंक कोणाकूय जावना वाचूं म्हणल्यार वाचल्यार सुद्दां तें हें जावना कळटा म्हणून कितें करता चल भागो चलो बसपा टायम ना सद्या अरे ग्लिच जालो उडोवन गेलो शर्लॉक होम्स चल आमच्या अर्जंट खबर आहा आमकां तेका नाका स्मेल ऑफ स्पॅम अशें आसता आमी आतां कितले टायम अशें घेवले मिस्सी साइड से जाएंगे उस साइड हम एक बार मर चुके हैं मार उड़ी हाँ टी मार पण एक कळटा टी मारस पचास
I like to call this the
अशें समोर रे मागीर कवर के टी मार पाएगा स्ट्रेट पड़े स्ट्रेट अबे तो कोई मारता कवर घेऊन टी घेता टी मार पाएगा कवर straight I'm going straight man I'm going straight take cover और straight चला के राउंड मार पाएगा cover कोई मत straight अरे किसने मारता रहे वो straight
Where is he?
straight चौरानी लेफ्ट मारेंगे फिर लेफ्ट मारना है over
You scampering little rat!
straight चल आणि राइट मार अरे यहाँ उसमें चले पूरा हम इधर हमारे यहाँ आप कौन सा दो मर रहे हैं ऐसा याद ना एग्जैक्ट कितने अरे तो खतरा बड़ा सा कवर के पास
Where have you gone?
पागलो मेरी फाइनली चिल्ला वो चलो कि हम एक फाउंड से मन्ना सरी एक ना मैं मेरे ना मन्ना बट इस वैम पाम भी तो मन्ना सरी
I'm
हमें
following your tracks!
आउट स्टाल ए बड़े बेसिन पावले बाहर ओके चलो मार्च फोर्सला है अब वो सीट कोई बोलते मारे भाई तो और कुछ कर रहे हैं जो लग चुके कॉस्टली जंप रे चलो सब जबरदस्त जंप अब तैंका नहीं करके मैं बने लगा तो दादा आओ फोटो पहला
He was killed by a shot to the forehead.
Harrington
God, it's Lord Harrington's body.
Harrington मालो
My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound.
Harrington मले देखे तो pattern मरे मालो कौन रहे देंगा काय समजना था कोणी माल दो अकरे हाऊस लॉस झाला इतले हांव चड स्टोरी धरून येयलो बट आतां खंय लॉस जालो म्हाका काय कळना मे बी हे घर आमकां कितें मेळपाक शकता पळोवया घरा कितें आसा जाल्यार आनी कितें
I can hide here.
आय कॅन हायड म्हळ्यार थंय लिपपाचें कोणा फोटो रे
The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin.
Lord Marsh cabin
This will help to dress my wound.
nothing like that
Someone's coming, I better hide.
कोणी ओके अरे देवा वार कितने
Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
oh my god
An old soldier. How ironic.
George Hurst तो
Did we
मरना नहीं
refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused.
मार पर एक लो
An old
चट्टो
wounded
तो
soldier
तो
is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
वो क्या तुम सगळी काय की चलते
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others.
राइफल
I
सब
will
बट
die a
एक मेन
happy
मुद्दा
man.
म्हणलं की Sherlock Holmes
You won't see
कोणा
me
कस मारना
begging you
आपण
festering
जमलं आपण जर त्याला मारना तरी होया की करा भेटते तो केन्ना कोणा मारना आपल्या हातीन मारना
Prepare
हे
to
करता
meet your
डॅमेज
maker.
करता बट इंजर्ड करता बट तो मारना एक करवाचे फाइंड आउट बी Harrington body Pepper body maybe someday hunted the purpose and the Lord involved in the special revision program. Mr. Hurst hunts. George Hurst hunt down robbers and lords in the forest. Lord Marsh has companions hunt down the robbers. No. Lord Mr. Hurst को चालतो George Hurst को चालतो कोण को चालतो रे Hurst तो तेंका वरून मारतालो म्हाका बंदा कोण मारतालो Lords was मारतालो Lord Marsh sure तो तेंका वरून मारतालो तेंकी मिटिंगेत तेंका इन्फॉर्मेशन कळ्ळी आनी तेणें हें केलें तेंका George Hurst intend to kill Lord Marsh, the scapegoat for his own life failures. George Hurst is going to take the law into his hands concerning Lord Marsh. तो आपल्या आधी घेऊन तेका मारत होता. Marsh hunts down people. सारखे तोच मारता Lord Marsh. तोच मारता सगळ्या. Lord Marsh is cold-blooded killer who, under the guise of charity, hunted down poor people. Put Lord Marsh in jail, where he will eventually die from his tuberculosis. Absolve Lord Marsh. Lord Marsh has no likelihood of recovering from his illness. Allow him to die peacefully at home while ruminating on his crime. Caution: how can this be possible? To catch jail because and तसंच करून मारपाक जाय. Yes.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live and be arrested, he will suffer a punishment far greater than your eye can deliver.
God.
His ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. It will drag him painfully and slowly to his demise behind bars.
You're mad. You're both mad.
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
अरे आता सीन असला की तेका मला बाबा तलो एक मत वातलो आकोणा मारपाचोत ना
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
Whoa! No loose ends. पहिले सांगलेले 76% people made the same moral of choice. मागीर I told you. So finally Pretel accept decision करूया पयलू पळोवया कितें जाता तें आनी कंप्लीट जाली एक स्टोरी आसती आनी स्टोरी खूब आसा तितून म्हाका खबर ना कितले आसल्यो बट स्टोरी आसा तितून ही आमची फर्स्ट केस सॉल्व केली आमी एक्सेप्ट डिसिजन करून पळोवया कितें जाता तें येस सो फायनली 2 एपिसोडां भितर केस सॉल्व जाली जाल्यार खबर ना कितले दीस लागताले आनी कितें करपाक म्हणून हेजें जालें ना
Yes! Well done, Watson!
Holmes,
You're playing bowls?
Indoors?
Not just any old bowls,
हाँ,
Watson.
ठीक है, समझे, solve कर लिया था.
Bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.
ओके सो आमची ती केस कंप्लीट फर्स्ट केस आमची सॉल्व जाल्ली आसा आनी चल हो एपिसोड एक केसीचेर कवर करया नेक्स्ट केस जी येतली ती नेक्स्ट एपिसोडान येतली तो परस तुमी चॅनलाक सबस्क्राईब करा व्हिडिओ लाईक करा व्हिडिओ शेअर करात आय लव यू सो मच गायज व्हिडिओ कंप्लीट पळोवया तुमकां स्टोरी सामकी गेम जी आसा पळय एक सारकी एक नंबर बेस्ट आसा आनी तुमकां सामकी खूब आवडटली म्हाका खबर आसा म्हणजे कॉमेंटान सांगपा मातशें कितें जावं बट तुमकां ही गेम आवडटली तुमकां तर अशीच गेम पळोवपाक जाय जाल्यार चॅनलाक सबस्क्राईब करात कित्याक बेगींतल्या बेगीन सगळ्याच्या पयलीं तुमकां नोटिफिकेशन पावपाक जाय जाल्यार सो आनी हांव एवरीडे व्हिडियोज घालता एक ते 2 व्हिडियोज आसात म्हाज्यो सो तुमच्या चॅनलाक मे बी म्हाका खबर ना कितें जालें तें म्हागे मॉनिटरा मातसो केबल मातसो लूज जालो आनी मॉनिटर ऑटोमॅटीक ऑफ जालो पूण तुमी चॅनल सबस्क्राईब करात हांव तुमकां मेळटा नेक्स्ट व्हिडियोक नेक्स्ट एपिसोडाक ही आमी कंप्लीट करया पळोवया कशें जाता तशें सो आय होप तुमी सबस्क्राईब करतले सो इतले व्हडली व्हिडियो केला मातशी कंप्लीट पळोवयात आनी शेअर करात सबस्क्राईब करात सो थँक्स फॉर वॉचिंग गुड बाय